Well, one of the key things actually in this election, when we went around various parts of Maharashtra, was this Ladki Behan scheme, where the BJP Shiv Sena group has given women 1,500 rupees a month. And that has had an impact. And in fact, they brought forward, I think, the December payment to November. So they gave 3,000 in November instead of 1,500. I wonder why. Must be something happening in, well, it's happening right now. But the Congress and the Shiv Sena Uddhav group has said they'll give you 3,000. But once you've given something, whether you go with that or you wait for a promise of double that amount. But what is critical, just look at these figures. The turnout of women in Maharashtra has finally almost hit men. If you look at compare it with the Lok Sabha election, we look at the graphic of the difference between men and women. Now look at that. 2019 assembly, women were 3.5% lower than men. 62.8 to 59.3. In 2024 Lok Sabha, just 6 months ago, it was 63.6 to 59.2. Women 4.4% lower than men, which is unusual. Most of India now, women have a higher turnout than men. And this assembly now, women's turnout from the last assembly has gone from 59 to 65. That's up 6%. And it is almost equal to the Lok Sabha. It's now 66.8 to 65.2. That's just 1.6% less than men. Now that huge 6% increase in women's turnout could be a game changer. Now, is it because of the Ladli Behan scheme of 1,500, or is it because of the promise of 3,000? Only Dorab knows that.
I think in our countdown we discussed this matter and we said that this is something that could help the BJP because the turnout of women was low, and if women were incentivized to vote, right, the odds are with the money in their pockets, they're more likely to vote for the BJP alliance.
So Sohit, you've been watching this election. I've never seen anybody follow it so closely, and you've been absolutely brilliant at it. And I just wanted to ask you, in the lines and the queues for voting, did you see a lot of women, lot more women this time than men? And why are they voting? Are they voting for the 3,000, or are they voting to thank the BJP Shiv Sena for the 1,500? Simple question.
Well, Doc, if you look at the data that we have as of now, there are around 57 such seats where the women voters were much more than the male voters. Now, how will this seat continue, or how will this impact the election? That is very important to see, number one. Number two, yes, the number of women voters have increased, especially in the urban areas. And the reason for that is also the back office work that the ruling parties have done, especially in Mumbai and Pune areas. Now, as in Shiv Sena, they call it Shakha, which is their local offices. There they have appointed men who have been following all these women who have received 1,500 rupees. They have the data they are going to them, and they are also informing them and reminding that you have received 7,500 rupees till now, and if the government is back, you will receive even more. So the amount will increase from 1,500 to 2,100. And that is also a motive that they are giving to the women and asking them to come out and vote. Now, will this Ladki Bahin scheme actually impact the women voters, and will it also favor the Mahayuti? That only once the data house will say. Because if you remember, Doc, we were in a cotton field in Vidarbha where the woman said that yes, they are giving us 1,500 rupees, but also the inflation has increased. So there's no saving that is happening, and the inflation was a big issue, especially in the rural areas. So will this actually impact the election? These 57 seats will be a key not only for Maharashtra but across India, because if women voters actually swing the results, we will see many such schemes in different parts of other states as well.
Right. Girish, if we can just come to you, we did find women voters kind of very happy with the 1,500 and the free bus pass. But many of them did say what Sohit said, that look, we got 1,500, but we are paying so much more for tail, for groceries. So what's the 1,500 for? But and many of them said, look, we're getting a free bus pass, but we never take the bus. We take it once a month. So, but everybody had received that 1,500, and you can't just deny that it has had an impact, right?
Yeah, it will have an impact. I mean, before I get just small correction to what Nidhi said, I've edited Lok Satta, not the publication she mentioned. That is one. And I think there are three C's, you know. Cash, caste and crop. These three C's will determine, and cash obviously is going to be a game changer looking at the women's voting percentage. In urban areas, 15 seats women have higher voting than the men. So it will have certainly an important effect.